Wow, what a roller coaster of emotions. Xbox Bethesda Showcase. So many ups and downs. Let's just talk about the biggest things that they announced. Right off the bat, Kojima is working with Xbox. Yeah, all they said was that they were working together and that it's going to be something new. You know Kojima fashion. I'm a big fan. I think that's a big win. I don't know what PlayStation is doing right now. I'm actually kind of sad that they just dropped the ball with Kojima and he went over to Xbox. But you know what? If it helps him make the best game that he can, then I'm all for that. I support him. I think his visions and his game development are amazing. If you're a fan of him and you're a fan of the games that he brings to the table, and you know a little bit about his history and kind of the nerd that he is, I think this should probably be a good game. Hopefully, it's a horror game. I mean, I think everyone after PT wants to see him do a horror game. Forza Motorsport's coming out also, and they showcased their new physics. They showcased their, you know, track and detail, attention to detail of all the rendering. So it looks good. It's a racing game. For me, you have to feel the games to understand them. You have to really play them to be able to like know if they're good or not. But I enjoy it. I didn't see any classic cars. They seem to be really focused on track-based racing, F1, Le Mans, all that kind of stuff. I hope that they can bring a little bit of rally, some dirt tracks, if that's possible. Don't tell me that, that's what Horizon's for. Horizon is for mindless fun, and they're just different beasts. But I mean, it looks good. It looks like a great racing game. If it plays well, I'm probably gonna get it. All these games too, mind you, are day one Game Pass games. Xbox is just doing a pretty good job at broadening their horizons and being open to a multitude of demographics. We finally saw gameplay of Scorn. It looks interesting. It honestly, Scorn looks like I'm watching a Tool music video. That's what it feels like. It looks like the Tool the game. Like if you guys don't know who Tool is, maybe you're too young for that. They're like a '90s alternative rock band, and I love their music, but I'm probably gonna listen to Tool and play Scorn at the same time. That's what that looks like the greatest experience right there. Next was Plague's Tale. Really, that game looks. I mean, Xbox is really doing it with their graphics. They have some heavy hitters coming, and it's cool to see the support go from Plague's Tale to Requiem, because Requiem looks like everything has increased in budget, has increased in graphical fidelity. Which reminds me, we didn't see Hellblade, so I wonder what that's doing. They're probably saving Hellblade for 2023 announcement or something. Wulong Fallen Dynasty. This game looks pretty cool. This game looks like it's from Team Ninja. Graphics look good. You know, Cutscenes. Team Ninja is a pretty credible development team. So when they show just like cinematic trailers or cutscenes, like you can kind of, if you play their games, you know what they're going to bring to the table. So Xbox Game Pass Day One, some solid games, dude. Persona 5, even though it's not a game that I want to play, it's a big deal because I know the fandom I know the audience behind it, and they're huge. They always hold that over Xbox players. I was like, oh, you don't have Persona. You guys don't know what it feels like to play it. But Xbox is just acquiring more, getting more Japanese-based developers to have on their console. So that's always a win, dude. If you think that's an L, or that's like, oh, it's an old game, no, that's a win, because going forward, if they make a new game, there could be a potential relationship there that helps them. Hollow Knight Silksong, that was a game that I think it's been cooking in the oven for a while. Makers of Hollow Knight 1, they did such a great job. It's such a fun and enjoyable game. It's like cute but also challenging, like kind of like Ori but different. But still, good to see that. It's still no release date. I'm hoping it's sometime during this year. But that's something to look forward to. Love what they're doing. I'm sure it's going to be a really good game. Xbox is also partnering up with Riot Games. It's another big thing. Now, I don't know if you're just going to be able to, use Game Pass PC to play, or if you're just going to be able to play Valorant and all that, League on console. Still a big win. Okay, this game, Flintlock Siege of Dawn. At first I was like, it looks really low budget. That's the problem with a lot of these indie games, is some of them look like, obviously, the budget is low, but sometimes they feel and look like they're too low for the time. I mean it in a polite way. I think at the end of the day, they're going to be on Game Pass, so that helps alleviate like having to spend money on the game. But this is kind of the beauty of it, right? Like, they are rough the first game, and if they get support, they get selling, they get backing from Xbox, the sequel can potentially be bigger. That's pretty much what happened with Hellblade, right? It looked a little rough for the first game, and then come game 2, you can tell the obvious improvements all around. So this game looks really sick. There's a sequence in which like she jumps 3 times, and I was like, dude, this looks, the mind behind this, even though the budget is a little low, the mind behind it is, you're making up for it with creativity. So that looks kind of cool. It almost looks like a Witcher kind of game, like a shooter crossover. But it looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Other than that, we got some stuff that's like, it's not really. I feel like, on the weaker side of this showcase, they came out with Redfall, and it doesn't look like it's for me. Maybe that's for you, but I feel like, Back for Blood came out, and that kind of flopped, and it just didn't hit the same. They're going for this 4-person co-op kind of set character customization builder, and this not for me. As Dusk Falls, I have to say something about this. Some of these games, like the Quarry, like Until Dawn, I think the time for these games have moved on. They were cool, right, with Walking Dead and all those other games. But I think the time has moved on for these games. I think when I was looking at the Quarry, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if it was less like watching a movie and actually like playing, like you're actually like running, or you're actually like running and shooting, or you're fighting. Like they just seem like they're missing something, or maybe I'm just older and I'm beyond this kind of point of gaming. The art looks cool. There's talent behind this, but I also want them to be successful. So I think pushing the envelope beyond just an interactive, like, press A, and same with Quantic Dream and those games. I'm like, I don't think those are it anymore. I don't think they hit like the way they used to. That was pretty much it, man. Starfield. I kind of see the vision with Starfield, but I just don't know. It looked so rough, and I think they're a year out, maybe a year and 6 months out. I need to see more, and I think I don't know, man. It's looking really rough. I don't even know if that was real gameplay. Sometimes they go, "Oh, this is gameplay, and this was played by a real person," and it's like, it's really just like in-engine, like everything's just scripted to look perfect. And even though it was scripted, it didn't look good. It looked really rough, probably running at like 30 frames or less. I see the vision. I don't know if the execution is there. But that was it. Other than that, I think I would rate it like a 7. It was a little above average. It wasn't super big, but there's definitely a W, and it's more than what PlayStation is doing, which is sad. I think PlayStation has dropped the ball. I don't really know what they're doing. They're remaking The Last of Us and charging $70 for the fucking Last of Us remake. What is that, dude? I don't know what PlayStation is doing or what they have this year. 2022 has been so dead so far. We're 6 months in, and it feels dead. So I don't know. What was your guys' take? What would you rate it? I don't think it was definitely a big, like, there were some important things here, and they got stuff in the pipeline. And that's how I feel about this. Everything's in the pipeline, right? We gotta wait. We gotta hold out a little bit. Summer's dead. Gotta wait till like fall. We gotta wait till August or something like that to really get there. But that's my kind of take. Is a little bit bummed, but also like excited. Have to, you know, give in a couple more months to get some good games, and you know, hopefully this year will turn around towards the end of it. But that's my opinion on the announcements so far. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Do you guys think it sucked? Um, what games are you looking forward to? I know mine. Go ahead and say whatever you want in the comments. Drop a like if you enjoy this video, and subscribe. So I'll catch you guys next time.